Hey, welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam and I'm outside. If you don't mind, I want to take a moment about what you're wearing on your feet. Had a couple of videos talking about walking, specifically how we walk in nature, but how we walk in nature can be greatly affected by what you're choosing to wear on your feet. Yeah. Um, so many reasons to make an effort to change how your foot strikes the ground, all right? Might be more of a challenge depending on what you're wearing on your foot. Now, I've been a big fan of barefoot walking for over 20 years. And by barefoot walking, I don't mean walking barefoot. Walking barefoot, I do, yeah. Grounding, otherwise known as earthing, right? I want to expose as much of my bare skin to the soil, to the ground. And the purpose for that is to connect my body with the earth's own natural bioelectric rhythms. All right. That helps regulate my circulatory system and my body's own messaging system to my brain, to my heart. Right? It's an electrical device um, to the earth, right? So that I'm in sync. I've got a rhythm. But that's not the same as barefoot walking. Barefoot walking, as we now know it, involves the muscles in your feet and the design of our foot. So traditionally, we've been wearing all manner of footwear. Um, it's amazing how many options you have when you go to buy, hiking boots or even shoes. Like, do you want work shoes? Do you want shoes for working out? I want a boot that offers ankle support, right? But given the terrain or the duration, but I also want something that is going to give me something that I can grip the ground with because I walk in all weather, so things get pretty slippery, pretty hazardous. So I want to have some ability to manage my contact, but I want my toes to splay out. So the first pair of barefoot shoes I ever bought was watching an episode of Dragon's Den, and the folks from Zero Shoes offered customizable footwear made from recycled tire, and the idea was that your toes, right? So they had like what we now call as toe shoes, and now there are so many companies that offer toe shoes. Um, my feeds are just bombarded with, hey, walk in these shoes, it'll change the way you walk. Yeah, it does. So yeah, I still have some toe shoes around, but some of the consequences or drawbacks to that is the smell. All right, so I do wear toe socks, yeah, a lot, um, and to find the shoes that does help. But today we can get barefoot shoes or barefoot hikers that don't require you to put each individual toe into each individual pocket, which adds to it. So let me see here. I'm wearing, right, so let me just give you that right there. So that is, it's got a wider toe spread, right? And it actually, it doesn't do what normal traditional shoes do and force my toes up into a different configuration, something that's not as natural, right? I'm not into foot binding. So there is a reason for my toe contact the ground at the same level as my heel, right? So yeah, I don't know why we still make boots with heels. Traditionally, we added the heel to the boot when we were on a saddle, all right? So that was for the stirrup. I can't tell you the last time I was on a horse. I have been on a horse. I offer horseback riding as part of our summer camp experience. But yeah, that's why they've got riding boots for that purpose alone. So for hiking, tread is important, but also how comfortable and free my foot is to use all the muscles, because that greatly affects everything else from my foundation, my literal foundation, all the way up through. So when wearing something that doesn't allow our foot skeleton, our foot muscles, to support the rest of our anatomy, changes our walk, changes our gait, changes our posture, and it greatly affects the joints. All right, so high-heeled shoes, they've got an entirely different purpose on this planet. It's got nothing to do with comfort. It's got everything to do with fashion. It's got everything to do with engaging the calf muscles, because that's the only part of the leg we were allowed to see. There's no purpose to it. In fact, it's quite detrimental. So when people complain of lower back pain, might have a lot to do with how much heel they have right? Because that changes the calf muscles. And if you're wearing those heels 8 hours a day, right, it starts to affect nerve bundles up through the leg, up around the knee, but concentrate in your lower back. My sciatica, yeah, that's your choice of footwear, right? And fashion is really the only, right? So there are a lot of strides made in the fashion industry to marry function with fashion. So giving something that is fashionable, not at the cost of what it's doing to your skeleton, what it's doing to the rest of your body. Because when you start to affect what's happening to your joints and your muscles, it affects your circulatory system. And that in turn, it just has long-term lasting effects, especially if you spend a lifetime wearing the wrong kind of shoe. So if you are making a mindful effort to be outside, thank you for that. And you are walking, even if you're changing your pace, exercising, we make efforts to our athletic footwear, but changing the way you walk and trying to reduce or even eliminate how your heel strikes the ground, creating literal impact on your joints. So for outdoor walking in nature, avoid something with a heel, have something with a little bit of grip, but allow your foot's skeleton and your muscles to actually be engaged, right? Our toes should be engaged, right? So small changes affects the rest of your body, your circulatory system, how messages are received, how they travel, not just your frame and your muscles, but your nerve clusters, all right? And that in turn affects your posture, opens up pathways. It's all connected. So wear something that is comfortable, wear something that makes sense, wear something that's affordable, right? And yeah, I own a lot of pairs of footwear. They all have intentions, purposes, but if I'm going to make an effort to walk for my health, I don't want to add anything that's going to come at a cost to my health, which starts with a strong foundation in my shoes. I hope that helps. Appreciate you watching. Go outside, go for a walk. It's good for you. Thanks. See you soon.